All right, let's do this. Welcome to the Mega Man 9 Any% tutorial. I'm gonna be going over all beginner strats to get people up and running this game as quickly as possible with minimal pain. And everything I'm gonna show should be able to take you to at least 33, probably even 32. You know, obviously you have to grind, but I'm gonna be going over some basic intro stuff, movement, and we'll do a couple stages. This is gonna be part 1. So I think part 1 will either be like just movement stuff or movement and concrete, but let's go right into concrete. Also, I do want to preface this by saying that the menuing will be slightly different because I'm going to be doing everything from time attack. So in time attack, we have all weapons. So obviously in the run, you won't have all the weapons for every stage, but in time attack you do. Right away, so I wanted to talk about first thing is buffer jumping. So if you notice, I can just hold, let me go back. I'm just gonna hold jump at the very beginning of the stage, and you'll automatically get first frame jump, and you can use that buffer from the from the beginning of each stage and in other places as well. I also want to talk about like ledge jumping and ladder jumping, but I have to go a little bit further for that. I do want to talk about rush coil. So I see a lot of people summon rush coil, wait till he hits the ground and then jump, and that's fine, but you can also press shoot and then right after pressing shoot do a full jump, and that'll just about give you as close to perfect rush coil jump as possible. So shoot, jump. So that was a little bit too early, so it's just like shoot and then full jump. Kind of just play around with the timing, you'll get it, and that'll save you a little bit of time over the course of the run. Because like summoning them to the ground and then going, you're wasting a little bit of time that could easily be remedied by just building it into your muscle memory to shoot and jump. Also summoning rush jet. Rush jet will stop at about Mega Man's waist, so about there. So if you jump too early, you're gonna spawn rush jet too high. You want to wait a little bit. That was a little bit too high. This takes some practice to get the hang of. It's definitely a little bit tough because sometimes you want to spawn them like as high up as possible, and you want to minimize the time, like the hang time over them. But ideally, it's not too big of a problem unless you're getting like really tight with your time saves and pushing your time really, really far. Let's go talk about ledge jumps and ladder jumps real quick. So I'm just gonna get to there's no save states or a practice ROM or anything like that, so ladder jumps. Okay, this is a good room. So right about where this position is, this animation for Mega Man, is where you want to press jump. Obviously, if you press it stopped here, you're just gonna fall. But if you hold up, you'll get a really quick ladder jump, and ladder jumps save time over the course of the run. So there's something you want to get in the habit of doing. If you miss them, it's not a big problem, but it will help. Same thing with ledge jumps. So Mega Man's fall velocity increases the longer he falls. So ideally, you want to be just cresting the ladder, or I'm just cresting the ledge on your way down. So walking off works just fine. But ideally, you want to do as tight of ledge jumps as possible. It's a little bit more advanced, but it's something to just get in the habit of doing. Because it just, it'll just save you some time. There's some other minor movement stuff that I do want to talk about, but it'll come up a little bit later as we get more, deeper into the 8 robots. So I'm gonna really quickly go back and we're going to talk about concrete a little bit. So I'm going to try to show this screen by screen. So right off the bat, you're going to want to buffer jump. And then right here, ideally you want to shoot that rock. So it's just a buffer jump, land, and then jump and shoot. And then right about this, if you look at Mega Man's feet, well, you can't see him, he's obscured by grass, but there's these bolts on these blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 per block, but I'm only looking at the top ones. But right about at the first one for the second block is when I jump and fire 2 shots, just like that. And that will kill the next 2 rocks that spawn in. So I don't know if these birds are going to be messed up. So jump, and then right about at that second bolt, jump and fire 2. And then just hold right, jump and kill that one. Then you can preemptively shoot. I usually preemptively shoot after that. So yeah, I think they're messed up. And then another one as you're doing a ledge jump on this ledge. And then here it doesn't really matter. You can opt to do a turn back. So let me jump into pit real quick, and I'll show that all in one fluid motion. The turn back is not really necessary. I wouldn't worry about it. It just gets the bird to spawn from the left side. So buffer jump, fire, second bolt, fire 2, and then right after you kill this one, I just fire 2, fire. You can do that little turn back. So there is some mashing in this game, especially in this stage. This is probably the most mash heavy of the stages. This little ending section, you just want to, you can jump this one, but you have to kill this one. So you want to just walk up, kill that, and then jump over, full jump over that one, and ideally fire a couple shots on your way down. So we'll show that again. Go all from the beginning. Let's buffer jump, jump shoot, second little bolt, jump and fire 2. This one's easy. Oh, I missed that, but that's fine. You just want to, this turret takes 6 shots to kill, I believe. So you just want to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then right about from like this block, this doesn't really matter too much, but I'll show my cue, is when I do a full jump, and that should put you like right on the ladder at max height. Because climbing is very slow. So, and then ladder jump, you can shoot that if you want. You don't have to. It doesn't matter, I don't think. No, it'll be out of your way. So just back and forth, up the ladder. And then I'm going to pause here because the next screen, we're going to have 3 elephants. This is the most mash heavy part of the stage. Ideally, the best way to do it would be to do bonkless, but unless your mash is really good, I really wouldn't worry about it. So I'll show you what I do. The red balls go straight forward along the ground. The green ball will bounce. So you want to, so it's red, green, red. And I can show the elephants a few times, but you want to jump through this screen transition. I usually jump at about like the tree somewhere, so it doesn't really matter. Mash 3, take damage, and then just mash them down. Same thing, jump, mash 3, and then I jump into that, and then mash them down. Mash 3, back deboost, and mash them down. So we can show that again real quick. It looks a little tricky. This way is pretty easy. I think they take 12 shots to kill them. Bolts. Full jump. Shoot one. Shoot once. And then right about that block transition. Ladder jump. Just a back and forth. And now we have the elephants again. So jump at the tree. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this screen you want to be careful of, because if you try to jump too early, you're going to get sucked right into this pit that I'm jumping over. So ideally you take the back deboost, wait a little bit, jump over it, and just, you know, I usually jump and fire 1 or 2, depends on how good your mash is, and then just, you know, mash on your way through. Then we have the spider. So this spider, he's gonna be in about that position when you get to the screen, so you can just jump real close to him and fire 2, and he'll go down. And then these little square blocks, see how they look all the same except for this middle one? This middle one is not indent, it's like a, what do you want to call it? What's the word for that? Embossed, I guess it would be. It's not concave, it's convex, I guess would be the word. All these blocks are not actual blocks, so you want to avoid that. So ideally you want to come in, fire 2, and then jump over that, and you want to land right on the ladder. So alternatively, you can fire 2 and do like 2 short hops, and you can delay that shot too, so you know, you don't have to like do it in one fell swoop. Like you can do this without moving, or without stopping, I should say. I think that, yeah, he'll it's not a problem if you do. This screen is fairly straightforward. As soon as you get to the ladder, just drop off, hold left, and then right about this, again, I'm using these bolts a lot, so right about this bolt is, you know, like right about when Mega Man's front toe reaches that bolt, just do a full jump and you'll clear that ledge. So I come down, you know, I fall about here, full ledge, full jump, and you'll clear that ledge. Before I transition to the next screen, there's going to be another one of those turrets you're going to land right in front of. So you can stop to mash it down and then go, or you can just, as soon as you hit the ground, you can just hold right and mash them down. You'll have to play around with it, see how good your mash is, see what's comfortable for you. But it is 6 shots, I believe. So I'll show you what it'll look like if you don't stop, if your mash is good enough to get through it without stopping. And then if you have to stop, it's not a problem. Just pause, mash them down, and go. So again, right about this bolt, we're going to do a full jump. Mash them down. And then for this, there's another one of those things on the floor. I don't know the name of that enemy, but so what I do is I fire a shot, like, so not this section of the floor, but the next section with the indented blocks. You want to like make it cruise right across the top of it. It's not necessary, you don't have to do it. You can avoid it either way, but those things will move fast when you're on the ground, so your movement might be a little bit different if you don't do this. But again, it's not really hard to play around with and get something that works. It's not a tricky section, but there is a fake block here that you want to jump over. So the way I do it is, that's the fake block, and then I do another ledge jump, fire 3, 1, and then jump and fire another 2. So it kind of went fast. I died, so I'll do it again. But at the end, I'll show you what this stage will look like in motion. But buffer jump, jump and fire, third bolt, pull, fire 2, fire, and then just take it slow through here. Full jump, 1. It's all right if you get hit; it's not a problem. Ladder jump. Ladder jump. And then right about the tree, we're gonna jump. And then here's a spider. So the spider. Oh, one thing I should mention is, unlike other classic games, you cannot hold diagonal and press jump to fall from a ladder. You will just stay on the ladder. You have to hold either left or right with no up or down input. Bolt, jump, mash him down. 1, 2, 3. Oh, not a problem. You're supposed to fire 3 and 3, and then. So here's another instance of like grabbing a ladder really high. So you can just bonk your head and grab it if you want, or you can just wait a little bit and try to sneak up in there to grab it a little bit higher. It's just a little minor optimization. It's up to you what you want to do. It doesn't really matter. I just thought I should point it out because it is like a little bit of a movement thing. So ladder jump, and same thing here. So this screen, if you notice, so it goes 3 real blocks, 1 fake, 3 real, 1 fake, 3 real. Excuse me. So you want to be aware of that because we have to kill this spider without falling in those fake blocks. So the turret we're just going to avoid. So as long as you don't waste any time, you'll be fine. So ladder jump, 1, 2, or alternatively, you can fire 2 in 1 jump. Ladder jump. Yeah, I just fire like as many as I can just to make sure I hit them. But even if you miss them, say, I didn't miss them there. I'll try and miss them. You can just do the backup. Oh, I missed them. That didn't work out, but you know what I mean. See if I can get it. I won't waste too much time doing this. Okay. I'm just not getting ladder jumps. Yeah, see, like, just like that. But the firing the 2 is not really terribly difficult. And then this screen right here. So a lot of people stop, but if you just hold right, you won't get hit by these trees that shoot these shots. So just yeah, you can do a little ladder jump at the top here, ladder jump, and then just hold right. They'll just barely miss you. So it's pretty easy screen. And then we have these blocks right here. So these blocks, this one has an arrow up, obviously it goes up. The green ones have an arrow down, they go down. It's pretty easy to do. I just jump, I walk off that one, jump, and then you can just wait and jump to that one. The concrete fight I'm going to talk more about in the museum because I can fight him a few times. But essentially he has a few different patterns. He can shoot concrete blocks, 3 of them. He can dash, or he can jump in the air and do like a ground pound. The ground pound, if you're on the ground, it will stun you. The concrete, if you get hit by it, will also stun you. It'll freeze you. So you can get womboed pretty hard if you get off rhythm. And ideally, you want to be, hitting them. You want to keep him in iframes as long as possible, or as much as possible. You want to minimize his time out of iframes. So it's a little bit tricky of a fight. I'll show it a few times what it looks like. But essentially, the main thing to keep in mind in this fight is that, yeah, he shoots 3 concrete blocks, and it seems counterintuitive, but you want to stay right up in his face. Because if you stay right up in his face, all 3 concrete blocks will land in the exact same spot, so it'll only look like he's firing 1 concrete block. So as long as you have the rhythm right, as long as you get the rhythm right, which is kind of like you can do it a little slow. I'll show it like slowed down. And it's a pretty easy fight to do once you learn it. But it's pretty hard to get it like really, really optimized. So the concrete block shot, or the concrete shot, is the only opener you really have to be worried about. Some people jump straight up. I tend to walk forward and then jump. So again, I'll show it a few times. Unfortunately, in the museum, you tend to get the same RNG opener for the opening of each fight. So that kind of sucks, and concrete doesn't really ever give you the concrete block opener in the museum. Or I mean, he will, but it's very rare. So anyway, I'll show the fight a couple times. I'll show it slowed down, sped up, or slow down and at full speed. But you really shouldn't take too much damage once you're familiar with it. So I just open. Oh, okay. Oh, I was too far away. So that's what happens if you're too far away. You want to stay right up in his face. The rhythm is a little bit weird for me at that speed. But we'll go to museum here. And we'll so if you didn't know this, by the way, if you go to the museum, if you're playing on Legacy Collection too, and you just press shoot on the bosses, just shoot, you can fight them. Makes it much easier. So I'll just show this fight a couple times. It's not terribly difficult. It's actually a really fun fight. Oh, he gave me the concrete opener. Oh, I'm too far away. That's what happens if you're too far away. You want to stay right up in his face. I'm trying to show it like slowed down. You'll just get like a rhythm for when he does an attack. It's a few seconds in between, maybe like second and a half, 2 seconds, something like that. But I'll show it at like full speed a few times. And then I'll show the whole stage. Sometimes you'll get hit on his dash. It's not a problem. You will take some damage most of the time, depending on what patterns he gives you. But again, it's not a terribly difficult fight. Oh, nope, not quit. All right, so let me show the stage in its entirety. And I will be making addendums for some tougher strats, some more advanced strats for, I don't know about for each stage, but some stages have like more advanced strats. Specifically like Magma is one of the ones with beam skips and a zip in it that I wouldn't worry about doing, but we'll get there in part 2. So yeah, I'm gonna make this whole thing part 1, but so it's just a buffer jump. Shoot. I just shoot that one. Oh. You don't have to, it's just after you play this stage a million times, you kind of look for ways to keep your mind sharp. And I'm doing ledge jumps like everywhere I can. Trying to get up in the holes for the ladders. Just hold right here. Nothing will hit you. There you go. It's pretty easy stage. You shouldn't really get locked in concrete. There you go. Oh, also, I guess I should mention, you want to end the fights in the center or as close to the center as possible. Otherwise, Mega Man has to walk to the center before he teleports out. In Time Attack, it really doesn't matter, but I try to anyway just to build it into my muscle memory. So that was a 139.20 and my Time Attack gold. So the fastest I've ever done this stage, grinding just this stage out, was 137. So it's only, you know, those exact strats only losing, you know, what 2.2 seconds, something like that. So it's not much at all. So yeah, that wraps up Concrete. If you have any questions, just, you know, leave some comments, or, you know, you get in touch with me, or you can ask in the Discord. The link to the Discord, the link to the leaderboards will be in the description. So yeah, have fun practicing. It's a really fun game, and good luck on future runs.